chicken massacre Saturday, and apparently one
Chicken
survived.
massacre? What a way to start off stream, folks. You heard that right. Chicken massacre. Tiananmen Chicken Massacre Square.
Yeah,
Is that,
so
was that by like a fox, or was that like time of the year to do so?
so my brother apparently left the side gate of our backyard open, and the dogs got out, and our dogs killed the chickens, and we had 17 chickens, and we only found 16 bodies, and we were like, oh, they probably ate one, but no, we found it today.
Rip the homie's literal sole survivor over there with fucking shell shock.
So
And now,
I assume your brother's gotten like the shit stick thrown at him.
no, I don't know, but since that happened, we now have 36 more birds. Now 37 because we found it. Because my mom went on a spree.
Jesus. Okay.
And we're also getting goats. I have 4 geese.
Okay.
I now have 21 chickens, 4 geese,
Oh
4
God.
four,
You've got fucking
21
cobra chickens.
I have 21 chickens, 4 geese, 6 ducks, and 6 guineas.
That's no way to talk about the Italians.
And I'm also getting 2 goats by this weekend, which is going to be so fun.
All right. Anyways, all right, folks. We are live here with session 20 of Hearts of Dawn. Might I just say I am very happy we got to this point. Obviously, a little quicker than would have normally happened if our normal Friday sessions were our normal Friday sessions, being that of Burden of Salvation and not this. But I'm fine either way with it, honestly. I think we've made really good fucking time with sessions. I also think we've made a good bit of progression story-wise. You guys are still kind of getting ready to get to the meat and potatoes of it all, I will go ahead and say. Tonight is going to be an interesting one. One, obviously, because it is a longer session. 2, because it is a trio team tonight. Because Victor is sick, Knights is on vacation, and, well, obviously, Brian is unavailable for the foreseeable future, sadly. Excuse me. So, without further ado, folks, welcome to session 20. Sanji, would you like to give a recap?
Sure. Last session was essentially just pep talk from the gods, effectively.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, here's some information. We want you to deal with this fucking bitch. And we didn't actually clearly define a goal, actually, now that I think about it. Just deal with Tiamat's goons. Goons.
We have to get back to the cave.
Yeah, I believe it was just we gained more information, we got more equipment from the ore. Sorry to people who weren't here that they didn't get the items that they wanted. Sucks to suck, you should come here more often. Joking. Joking. We'll find more Eternian ore, don't worry. And then you can get your stuff. Don't worry.
Well, like I said during that session as well, it's a thing of each sort of ore has a different property to it, so it'll never be the same as in. Obviously, for the goggles, for the radium's part of the ore you got from the Shadowlands, that is one of the aspects for goggles. There are other sort of intricacies for different pieces of armor and even weapons.
I think. Yeah. Like, if we were to get like I don't know something from Bahamut, it'd probably be like, well, what is the Scale Father most known for? Probably armor. So it would be like if you make a chest plate with the Bahamutian stuff, then that would probably be like very effective compared to if you made like a violin or something.
Yeah, I would say, for example, for Bahamut, it'd either be sort of if it's a weapon, it'd probably be a bonus in some sort of just innate radiant damage on each hit. If it's armor, I'd say probably some form of evil would have disadvantage on attacks against you.
Yeah, sorry.
What was the first magic ore? I forget.
Eternian ore.
Eternian. Okay.
Yeah, technically speaking, not too much happened. We just got some information. I learned that my grandma North has essentially done the Batman Tibetan monk technique of astral projecting their consciousness. So that's cool.
I would just go ahead and say it's not exactly that. It's more along the lines of because your bloodline is more akin to being disciples fully of Eternia. It's sort of like that. It's sort of a ties that bind situation in your faith to me is strong enough to where I can show whoever you want what you need to say.
Yeah, but also Batman Tibetan monk technique is funny.
No, I'm not disagreeing there. I'm just kind of clarifying for those who would probably try and nitpick somehow.
That does make sense. So there was debate over what to do with the ore. We made spectacles. We made a lining for our Forge Cleric's arms. We made Chris's sword more busted. We made a nudge device, essentially just a, hey, the DM thinks you should probably be moved this direction. And the whistle was reforged to be less annoying.
Yeah, it was just sort of refined in a sense of smoothing out the material and all.
I believe there was a fourth thing. What was the fourth thing?
So it was sword, gauntlet lining, the goggles,
nudger, whistle, and something else.
Hang on, I can go back and check real quick. Shouldn't be that far. Okay, let's see. Bulwark of the Firewall. That was for Chris. Grants to wear on long rest 20 temporary HP.
That was on his sword, or was that on something else?
That was on his sword.
Okay, so that was the thing I already said.
Okay, so yeah,
Is it just a piece we didn't use?
No, you used all the Eternian ore. You used Firewall's portion. You used Radium's portion. You didn't have any other pieces like besides the Shadowlands ore that was full.
Yeah. I was just thinking if I made any mistakes.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Because I went back to the thing showing like what perks I gave and all. So that was that. Everything else is just kind of like, the nudger, the refining of the whistle, and yeah.
We learned the regrets of the gods. Most of them were stuff that we already knew about. I made a little checklist about what to do about those. Let's see. I'll go get the checklist. Ding 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 ding. Give me like 20 seconds. Ding 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 ding. Where's the checklist? Oh, what you want, baby? I got it. Let's check. Okay, I said. That I would need to do gardening in the forest, find ways of saving corrupted machine folk, lay Necrozma's kin to rest by destroying the Stealer, and slay Tiamat. Those are the 4 goals. One of those seems a lot easier than the other 3. We discussed about how the corruption of the lands is made easier when there is strife between nations. Therefore, one of our long-term, aka don't piss off the Queen of the Aarakocra, Empress of the Aarakocra, because she seems like what bitch right now. I believe the Shadowlands. I don't know what is the Realm of Firewall's place called. The Shadowlands. What are they called?
Yes, Shadowlands.
I believe the Shadowlands are starting to get some portal integration for intercommunal stuff.
Yes, so
We've been told
I will clear that up. So the portal you first came through into the Shadowlands has essentially been fortified and made essentially a gateway in. So when you left, you saw the Fell Brothers and just all this sort of equipment from different factions and races and so on in that realm you had first entered from, as sort of this logistics hub, in the best way of describing it. So pretty much after you had left, they had gone through to solidify the connection and help them rebuild, as what you can only assume is, as you have thought, Firewall is currently essentially trying to re-purify his land.
And then I believe we also learned that instead of going in a branching way, the way that we're going to be traveling through the plains to get into other objectives and kill other aspects of
Zenith.
Zenith, yeah, I was just thinking of I forgot the name, and I was just thinking big bitch who's annoying.
Zenith and the Fell, to be fair. Zenith and the Fell, to be fair.
Yeah. The way we're going to go about it is essentially Phineas and Ferb across the second dimensioning it, where we're going to go clockwise. You know what I'm talking about?
I do exactly, actually. That's why I like it even more.
Is it? So I assume we're back home after our meeting with, essentially, I would say Jesus, with gods.
It was essentially a council of gods, yes. So, yeah, you had, the best way to describe it really would just be a sort of roundtable meeting of the Justice League, but on like a D&D scale of gods. Yeah, so you would have...
One thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
You did not specify that they gave us the charm of anti-Zenith back, even though specifically, yeah. We did give that to them so that they could study and integrate it into their systems, just to, fuck over the old man even more.
Honestly, I'll leave it as a sort of thing of, you can either choose to have the original back, or Cypher can kind of duplicate it in a sense of, he has a copy, now you have the original too.
I would say we should take the original because we have a guarantee.
That's what I'm saying, is that he has the copy, you have the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should, but the reason why it would be copy versus original, it would be like the pros and cons of the copy versus the original is the original, if we keep it, we have a guarantee that it works.
Yeah.
But if we take the copy, we can do some field testing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Just sort of a guarantee of it works versus it might not.
Yeah. They already have protection. We don't. Probably go with the guarantee.
Yeah. I would say pretty much after that sort of meeting, you would have walked back to the gateway leading in, back into this sort of ever-expanding library, which you entered from. The portal itself is still... It's not active in the sense that the gateway is open, but the sort of runic carvings and just runes integrated into the sort of marble-like structure is still glowing, as if it's ready for whenever the next meeting is to occur and arises.
He's gonna sigh. Oof. That was fun. He's gonna he's gonna look at his allies, especially the brothers. If you guys wouldn't mind, if you wouldn't mind, I would very much love to go to my whatever room we're staying in.
Right. Mana would just kind of be dusting himself off from where they were kneeling, just kind of in his grace. Of course. Like we said, the diplomat dormitories are yours for the time being. Need anything?
I'm gonna go to my grandma's house, see if she's got any interesting books or weapons.
That's an interesting choice. I will go ahead and say.
Well, she's predisposed with not being here, and she's a great warrior, so she might have some interesting books or interesting weaponry that we could potentially use to help her. So, and right now she's effectively missing in action, and as one of her 4 closest living relatives, kind of leads on to me, doesn't it?
Well, fair enough, I suppose. Just, I guess return when you can. It's starting to get a bit late. Time out here versus in there passes a bit finicky than you'd normally think, but still.
Okay. To the group. I know we already intended to go north, but again, we do need to go and see Venus. I've sent her a letter, and it would be good training. Bye, love you all. Oh God, why did I say that? Oh, then runs.
Well, that was something.
I'm fine with this. I am fine with it.
All right. Any sort of excuse me. Any sort of more items on the docket?
Whenever you can, try to reach out to my father. I'd like to talk to him again.
Yes, that was on our to-do list already. We were gonna go check on the logistics hub, see how the next portal has come along. We got a couple sort of, I guess the best term would be preliminary reports. Something about some sort of frigid magic kind of at work and making it kind of seeping through, I guess would be the best term. We'll check on your father. Chances are, when your next expedition comes, it'll be a sort of another venture beyond.
I'm aware. I just haven't. I've only spoken to him once. Past couple days, and I haven't seen him in more than 3 years. So it's. I'd like to talk to him more.
It's understandable. I can't argue with it. Varrock would kind of shrug. I mean, can't say I'm against it either. I mean, it is kind of nice to see you guys back together again. Let's see. Like usual with how when you went into the Shadowlands, transportation will not be an option for a bit. I highly recommend you stock up on any sort of potions or just sort of healing consumables you might need. If anything, you might be able to check in with one of our quartermasters in the armory. They pretty much everyone around here already knows you're here under our orders and our protection. So if anyone gives you shit, just let me know. Or let us know, really.
Alright. Fine with me.
Very well. As they give each other a soft nod, we'll most likely reconvene in the morning.
Before you go,
they look back.
Do you know where I can get this weird question? I'm aware. Some sort of chalk or paint.
Mana would just kind of tilt his head to the right, Ritual, I assume?
Yeah.
Checking with the quartermaster when you're doing your potions and all. You should be able to sell the small pouch of sort of ritualistic equipment for religious purposes.
Thank you.
Of course. As they begin to walk off.
To the quartermaster, because I want this chalk.
Slayer, do you want to do anything in particular? Are you just following Vulcan, or?
No, I would like to contact Sir Longcogs, see how his mission is going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, I would say pretty much following right behind Vulcan would be the good idea there, because the quartermaster is pretty fucking near to the communications sort of array of, let's just say, communications back and forth on radio signals and all. He has, the signals and all for the military purposes and the Fell Brothers' personal signals. So you'd be able to use a signal that they've been contacting you through to contact him.
All right, perfect. I shall do.
Okay, so I will get yours twos out of the way first. Kind of, you're following these small sort of arrowy signs on wall, the occasional corner of a wall, kind of either pointing directly down a corner or down a hallway, a little bit further. It's very sort of museum-esque, but they have enough sort of visitors in sense of diplomatic or military means that some people could get lost, and it's only understandable. You maybe walk about 4-5 minutes in these sort of endless hallways of this marble and just sort of stone-like architecture. You see the occasional sort of trophy or statue here and there. You both finally come to like this sort of the hallway itself, where you had seen this sort of more opulent sense of royalty and decree. It sort of abruptly ends to this almost sort of bustling end of the palace itself, as you see soldiers of Dragonborn, you see pilots of Aarakocra, and the occasional Beastkin technician going here and there, usually carrying some form of radio or just some sort of busted equipment that needs a couple sprucing up.
Okay.
Let's see. Would you accompany Vulcan to the quartermaster to check for any potions first, and then onto the communications array, or are you just going straight to the communications array?
Straight to the communications array, so we can do Vulcan's thing first.
Okay, yeah. So you're essentially both pretty much at the same time you hit this end of the hall and this large change of scenery. Vulcan takes a left, you take a right, almost instantaneously breaking off. Vulcan, you are walking down the hallway. You see a lot more of the crowd become sort of more heavily armored and burly-esque. You see the occasional large sort of Spitfire cannon, these large, just multi-barreled heavy machine guns. Most of them are attached to the same sort of iron scale guards that you saw at the Scalebound Battalion's base in the hub. Most of them have ammo packs attached to their back on these sort of large juggernaut-esque armor, as they're being tended to by these occasional rat beastkin, just kind of making sure any sort of armor pack faults are just non-existent. The quartermaster is pretty much before you. It's, in a sense of what you've seen with presence, it's not necessarily busy in a sense of commerce. It's more of a sense of restocking.
He's gonna approach the quartermaster. Sir,
You would see this this kind of black furred rat beastkin kind of on a step stool behind the table. Huh? Oh, hi. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a couple of things. Mostly some mobility-based potions and ritual, some ritual supplies. And ritual supplies.
Excuse me. What are we talking about here for rituals? Just sort of a ritual kit for dummies sort of thing, chalk or
Chalk, chalk, candles. Nothing extravagant.
all right, the whole sort of basic kit and caboodle. Yeah, I got you on that one. What are you looking for potion wise? Healing, mobility, or
If I had to make a bet, mostly mobility, since we're not going to have any transportation where we're going. Mostly mobility.
Well,
so
some of the boys down in R&D have been working on some stuff they gave me as fresh shipment. As he'd hop off the step stool and just kind of walk, you'd see his armored feet, kind of the claws clickety clacketing on the sort of marble floor. Let's see here. Like I said, the boys in R&D gave me a couple of these new sort of stims, I guess is what they are. They said the kinks were worked out. This is the finished model, not what they were feeding the Reavers with their own personal sort of clerics. As he tossed them into what is essentially just this sort of comically large, what is best you can describe as this sort of militaristic gift bag. Okay, stims there.
Oh wait, what is he giving me?
These are essentially the finished product of the combat stims you saw first being tested in the sub-levels one of the earlier sessions, and you saw the Reavers, which were the lightly armed, sort of Juggernaut-esque Dragonborn using. They were almost being constantly fed them through a gas mask, but you also saw that they had their own sort of personal attendant cleric/apothecary to make sure their asses didn't go too goddamn crazy. Let's see here. So a couple of these. Okay, bag of chalk and shit. Okay. Anything else?
Some healing potions and some potions of haste would also be very nice.
Okay. The stim should be able to work for haste. Healing potions. As he opens a cabinet and begins to rummage through. Okay, here we go. As he would kind of just start loading in, he'd load in 6 of these. They're not small, but they're certainly not large bottles of this red sort of liquid. In a almost sort of decanter-shaped bottle each. Okay, that should work. Anything else I could... That should be okay. As he bring this sort of large military gift bag over. There you go. Need to know any side effects before you go, or...
Gonna make an assumption that it's the usual shit. You also gave me that ritual thing.
Yeah, the ritual stuff is in the bag too.
Perfect, thank you.
Well, I mean, for the stims and the haste, of course, you obviously have your lethargy, but if you use the stims too much, I would not recommend relying on them constantly. Yes, the kinks were worked out in the sense of not making you tear your own flesh off, but in a sort of, you'll still be addicted to them if you work them too hard.
I assume.
Alright, and then for the The healing potion should be fine. I've never had a problem with those. Never, let alone seen one have a problem with them. Obviously, there's the lethargy for the haste potions.
That's to be expected.
Yeah. For the combat stims as well. If you have any sort of respiratory problems after a while of using them, please let us know. As he'd almost had this sort of kindly demanding tone. Like, it's best for you to come back if you start feeling a bit fucked up for some reason. Can you do that for me?
Sure.
Okay. Here you go. As he pushed the bag over. Good hunting, kiddo. Let me type out real quick what you got.
Everyone being quiet for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
There we go. I will send the details for the inhalants when needed. I will go ahead and say that.
He's going to take the ritual supply out of the box, and he is going to go try to find Polaris to give the other stuff.
All right. Slayer, you are pretty much, as soon as you broke off from Vulcan, you're walking into this large sort of communications array of Beastkin and Dragonborn kind of just working amongst each other, from these large ham radios to these almost just sort of large telecommunications setups, most likely broadcasting from radio towers, large sort of cable-based relays, and satellites. You do remember, as of recently as well, you realize that the satellite version of the communications is more along the lines of experimental, mainly due to that sort of thing only recently having been really started. Do you begin to kind of look around for someone to help you, or do you just try and find a empty radio?
No, I'll look around for a beastkin to help.
Alright.
Quite technologically advanced.
You
improves my odds.
I'd say you say nearby pretty much as you walk through the door. You do stick out like a sore thumb. It's not a doubt. You see like this sort of German Shepherd styled beastkin just kind of leaned up against a wall nearby, reading a sort of bestiary book of just kind of different species and monsters and so on, just kind of idly. He kind of glances over, just kind of peeking up from one of the pages. You need some help, I guess?
Yes, I require assistance contacting an ally.
Alright. As he kind of closed the book, putting a bookmark in beforehand and kind of stuffing it in a small bag of holding. Alright, come on. I'm guessing there's a special sort of frequency you want me to use, knowing that you're one of the Fell Brothers' acquaintances.
Precisely.
Very well. Let's see here. As he'd take a seat at one of the desks. Let's see here. As he would open up this other book. Let's see here. Frequencies. Aircockra. Let's see here. Beastkin. Here we go. Let's see here. Private networks. As he begins to kind of idly tune this radio in front of him. 63.54, and there we go. There you go, bud. As he kind of hands over a small sort of what is essentially the small silvery microphone.
Alright, I'll plug that into myself. Oh, is there an adapter that plugs as well into
It's
the
already hooked
radio?
up to a radio. You can just speak right into it.
Okay, perfect. Alright, then I'll just speak right into the addressing Sir Longcogs if he can possibly pick up.
You'd hear
Hello?
a small sort of crackle, kind of over the other end. Huh? Hey, boss. How's it going?
Quite well. We have succeeded our missions.
Yeah,
How
no respect.
slim failure was.
Fair enough. I guess you're calling me for an update?
Yes, precisely.
Slayer, I would like you to roll me a 1d100.
Oh god. Okay. Come on, luck. Be on my side.
I'm curious how this will go because I made my own table.
68, so close to greatness.
68, okay. So you would hear kind of silence on the other side. Well, I've marked a couple spots. They're sort of, they have some promise to them. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's mainly the sort of iron and cordite supply that we were told to go get to help pay off the bills, so to speak. Not enough, though, I will say. Might take me about a week out here currently. I'm kind of south of Refiner's Envy right now. I'm more near the hub than I am Refiner's Envy, but still. Kind of just searching the sort of ridgeline outcroppings. There are small deposits here and there, but I feel like there's more around here. If you can just give me some more time, I could probably come up with some more.
Very well. Continue your task.
Will do, boss man. Have a good one. As you'd hear the radio click silent.
Nice. Mission accomplished. I did my check-in. I still thank the beast and
the German Shepherd kind of already going back to reading the bestiary. Yeah, no problem, man. Have a good one. All right, moving on to Sanji.
Yep.
You're walking to this, as you know, this sort of almost sort of delegate-like and diplomat-styled sort of portion of the city. You see occasionally here or there a couple what seems like more sort of regal politicians sitting out on a porch, kind of either drinking some wine or just simply talking while reading a book. Walking back to North's small sort of estate, or I guess small sort of dormitory style building. Oh no, wait, apartment. Apartment was the term I used for it, right? You see, it's not guarded or anything as of current. It's, as far as you can tell, it's sort of empty. Of course, you see some of the lights are on. Either that, with what transpired, the Dragon brothers, the Fell brothers, are essentially saying, "Don't worry about the fucking cost of it. Just keep it on. Make it seem at least like some life is still there, and cost be damned." Or just, if it was left on, it was left on. If you were to walk to the front door, it's unlocked. No one's locked it or sort of jimmied with it or anything. It's just simply able to be the doorknob's able to be twisted and pushed open.
She makes a note of that and goes, and looks around for the spare key under the cactus. There's outside.
Yeah, it's kind of just like, I'm guessing you're just like lifting up the pot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say cactus is because cactuses are very thorough and can long live without needing to be cared for that well.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad off in this environment either. Justicia is sort of a temperate climate. It's very sort of dry heat when there is a good chunk of it, And
Mhm.
when winter is here, it's sort of it's mild. But yeah, looking under the cactus pot, you see it. You see it with a tape there. Obviously an edge of the tape poking over, just so you can unfurl it. You'd also see a small note there, a small sort of yellow sticky note there.
Picking that up. Don't know if I've seen it before. May have been a while.
You have not.
I'll have a look and read.
It's the note itself is a tad bit dirty here and there because of the potted soil, but its reading is familiar. It's from one of the Fell brothers. It's from Mana. Don't worry about the cost. I know you're coming back here at some point. Just to make it feel more lively than it was left in.
Okay. Does this look like it was from before, like, she was kidnapped, or does it look like it was from after?
This was after. This is clearly after.
Okay. So, property taxes are just being, like, waived at this moment in time.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. I'll place the note back where it came from, just because, like, maybe it'd be funny if other people saw it. And then I'm going to enter the door and then lock it behind me, just because, like, I'm going to see if any ne'er-do-wells have ransacked even a little bit.
All right, 1 second. If you would like to go ahead and make a investigation check, you can.
Okay, I would like to probably take my time with it, but yeah. I just need to get my PC back up on the thing because it took so long that my PC went into standby.
You're good. Oof. Gives me time to get up this next song anyway, so.
Yep. Do. I believe it's a +7. I'll need to recheck.
Hang on. That's not the right one. Where's it at? I had the other one playing earlier. Damn it. That's the one I need. There we go.
I need to remember the pendant from the cerulean pendant that has 2 days of attuning to. What does that do again?
Yes. Let me pull it back up for you.
I don't know if it's even been 2 days, but just to know.
No, it has been. It's been 1. It is currently kind of teetering on the 2nd, kind of current-wise, but you will have to also get it purified as well.
Yeah. Meanwhile, me just rubbing my hands together to get that radiant version of the Tiamat fucking.
Where'd it go?
And the fucking freaky Sonic going.
Here we go. It is called Shard of a Dead World's Essence. A magic golden cerulean pendant humming with the essence of what was the Shadowlands purity, begging to break free of the darkness and see light made anew once more. Once attuned for 2 days and renewed of its light, will grant the buff of renewed vitality. Whenever a long rest is taken, gain 3d10 temporary HP.
Nice. I'm sure there was something regarding my investigation or something.
I'm going to forward this to you as well. Just so you have.
Yeah. What other items? Because I was sure there was a thing that related to.
You're probably thinking of the scale mill of the trophy hunter.
Trophy bound scale mill. Yeah. What does that do?
That is, if I'm not mistaken, that is. Here we go. Okay. Let's see here. Adds bonus effect of granting advantage to perception checks for wilderness-based aspects and advantage to survival checks.
Nice. Okay, thank you very much. I need to know that. Do you want me to make the roll in the Roll20? I did make a roll in the thing,
Yes.
but I didn't know.
Yes, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's effectively a reroll, and it's gonna be really funny if I get another 2. 25 on investigation.
Yeah. So with that 25, you don't see any sort of tampering whatsoever. It seems as though the brothers might have came in once just to turn some lights on here and there, maybe even pay their respects in some form. But they left it almost as the same as how they found it. They left the lights on, make it seem like life was left, and that hope still burns.
All right. Well, okay. She's then going to start jimmying or jimmying and jerrying around, just like searching for things that catch her eye. She is not going to take anything more than probably one item and one book, but she'll probably have a look over on things.
I would like you to make me one perception check and then one investigation check.
Okay, one perception. That's a 10. If I had someone there was helping me, that could be a natural 20. And a 1 investigation. There's a 23 on investigation.
With that 10, you look at some of the bookshelves, looking for any sort of memorabilia, in a sense of just kind of looking back on the past. You find a couple photo albums, but with that sort of investigation check, you glance up for a second, and you kind of catch light of yourself in a mirror as you see this sort of red flowing shadow behind you.
I don't know if that's good or bad. And then just look outside the window to see the guards stationed outside. I can scream loud if needs be. I'll go towards the mirror.
No, looking at the mirror. So say you're in front of the bookshelf, right? And the mirror is right in front of you. The shadow is pretty much right behind you.
I take a step to the left and see if the shadow follows.
You'd hear a very, very familiar sort of cackle. You really thought you could escape me? How adorable.
Hi-ho, how are you?
Intrigued as to why you've come back.
My grandmother's cool, and maybe she might have something interesting.
Ah, yes, the one I struck from the books. If you were to turn, you'd see, this is Zenith. He's just smiling. His shadowy form, obviously unable to see any sort of normal emotion, this just wide, almost shark-faced grin of just red shark teeth covering his face.
Oh, okay, now that you're here, I do have to ask a question. How do you feel?
Depends. Why?
I don't know. Okay, so you are a Gestalt entity made of concepts and emotions put together, and if those... But you also segment yourself into different aspects of yourself.
Why are we trying to explain our plan to the person we're trying to murder?
Because it's obvious, like, he'll feel it no matter what. His own personality would have changed.
He'd narrow his eyes, his grin growing wider. I know what you did to Reaver. I'm not sad. I'm not shocked even, really. He was always
How do
full
you-
of himself.
Yeah. But they are partly a personification of yourself. You're scary to me in all the greatest ways possible, but you're also fascinating. To have a personality that could be shifted by the whims of an outsider, that's psychologically, I guess you could call it disorientating. Your profile, your mental state being dictated by the mortality of parts of yourself is very interesting, and I know this is probably not the greatest thing to say, but for as evil as you are, obviously, you are also deeply fascinating on a conceptual level.
Well, I must say I am flattered, I suppose would be the term. I must say, however, please tell me you're not hearing any more of those sort of dissonant whispers from the Dragon Bitch, correct?
Well, I don't have the item anymore, so I can't.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, dear. It lasts a bit. It's not one of those things you can just toss away and never pick back up again. Unless, of course, obviously it's being refined. Which,
I don't.
now that you're mentioning it's not on you, I'm going to take as a sign that that's the case.
More so, I don't like evil magic. I'm kind of squeamish, as you know.
Well, I fully understand that. Well, after all, I wouldn't want you to end up as her toy. You are, as of current, one of my favorites. And I don't share well.
Why do you bandy about with her anyway?
She has her purpose, and when it is done, I will devour her myself.
I don't think she'd like to hear that. Yeah,
Well,
especially if she is.
Well, she doesn't like to hear a lot of goddamn things, but she knows she has no say in the matter. When all is said and done, her little breakfast of burning the countryside down to the ground is nothing but a paltry snack to what I'm planning.
Certainly more clinical. Very clinical compared to where you were before. Is there a part of yourself that you actually do wish to excise entirely?
Not entirely, I'll be completely honest with you. I mean, after all, well, let's just say, the ones you're going after sooner than later, I'm sure, they're not as overconfident as Reva was. He needed to be brought down a peg. He'll be back sooner than later, essentially reforming from myself, probably aching with another set of bloodlust and wanting to take your heads. I would be shocked otherwise. But for the
What
time
about
being, your fights ahead of you are, let's just say, uphill battles.
Do you have a personification of arrogance or, I was about to say timidity or cautiousness? I don't know. How do you segment yourself? How many are there?
He'd lean against the couch, just kind of his shadowy form billowing over it. Now, why would I go and spoil all the fun?
Well, a game requires multiple players and a good rule set.
You should know one thing since you've encountered me, is that rules are meant to be broken. Norms are meant to be shattered, and things which seemed comprehensible become impossible.
Which is why I find you fascinating. You are yourself both whole and in part. Hence why I stated a Gestalt entity. You are the culmination of all factors that you exhibit outside of yourself.
Very true. And even then, there are some parts of me that are, well, let's just say dormant, I suppose. Or at least I'm willing to part way with more in feeling and let my kin have a hold of. I have a feeling you'll experience that sooner than later.
You are quite interesting. Do you have anything that you think as weakness in regards to your own emotions? Do you have hopes and fears? Do you have dreams? Do you have happiness as a concept?
Make me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm essentially just going like, I'm essentially trying to utilize the whole.
Yeah, I fully understand.
Yeah. It's a 12 on persuasion. My persuasion's not that great, but yeah.
He just smile again with this crimson shark-faced grin.
Did you enjoy dinner?
I suppose you'll find out sooner than later. But if it's any consolation as to, let's just say, not being the best of charismatics, the Crimson Twins say hello. They actually thank you for getting rid of Reva for the time being. They also brought a tad bit of interesting knowledge to my forefront. You changed Firewall. I wasn't expecting that. Sure, I always knew he was rebellious in the worst manners, but I mean, he was beyond any of the others. That's an understatement. He was never the one to conform or follow orders willingly. I mean, hell, after all, he's the one who got me into the deal of, once I devoured this one, I had to move on to another and leave what was left to him.
To be fair, I feel like your eating pattern's a bit off.
Oh, by all means.
The cycle that you seem to go for is absolute destruction, but most of the time. But seeing as how the rebuilding of the Shadowlands could theoretically begin to repurpose itself back up into a meal of some sorts, just talking on a hypothetical level, theoretically, shouldn't your eating pattern be get rid of most, but allow the buds to fester and grow again to essentially reap another harvest later on?
Well, what do you think is occurring now?
I know, but from what I've heard, or from what I can understand so far, you've just been...
Consider what I have done for his realm as a sort of allowing of rekindling of the flame to his ownership of what will be after I'm said and done here, as a sort of respect for one who was willing to defy everything on a sort of divine measuring scale of power to go against me. It took everything he had to even commit courage to fighting me, and he did, and I respected that. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to torture him. Well, I mean, as you saw with his people, I mean, I made them look cooler than I was expecting. That's why I took this form.
Okay. So, if that's the case, then you recognize that the prior method was less efficient on both ends, correct? This is basically her just trying to do, if we fail, can we minimize the damage? Because I make an argument for not destroying everything because of a feeding pattern.
He'd tilt his head. He's just silently watching you.
Logically speaking, you eventually reach... If you eventually reach a finality where there is nothing else to do because you've consumed it all without letting it grow, eventually you'll just be nothingness. You might have to consume yourself. Whereas letting things, I guess, giving them time to regrow as though wheat that you harvest, perhaps this will be more sustainable for your life cycle, I guess you would call it.
He just began to chuckle. I think you've misread sort of the patterns, if there is one. The expanse is endless. It's a hunting grounds with an unlimited amount of possibilities, realms, and life to devour. I can move from one and wait at another. Devour, move, and it all grows back within a certain time. It's all just a playing of the cycle. That endless spinning wheel.
Okay, then one other thing. Is there a certain taste they have? Certain realms, certain experiences?
Oddly enough, sweet. Life at its prime is a sweet like what you mortals would call a steak. Sometimes it's sour like candy if it's sort of it's a realm more penchant upon evil and sort of neutrality. But those goody-goody two-shoes realms like this, they're oh so sweet.
Okay, so, theoretically, is a realm that you have eaten before but not devoured entirely, would it become the same palate again, roughly? Or would it be something else?
No, it would be different. Think of it as a sort of ever-evolving sort of taste.
Okay. There goes my idea of trying to basically say pick a favorite so that way you don't like destroy it out, so that way it's like still there. But nope, that's thrown that argument out. So why are you in this house?
To prove a point. To prove you're not invulnerable. To prove that, I suppose, I can get to you whenever I damn well please. And yet I'm taking the time out of my very busy schedule to taunt you, to torment you, to pester you.
And yet you seem a lot less angry. As stated as correct. How long is the reforming process? Is your emotion still muted afterwards? Are they going to be weaker afterwards? It's very interesting.
He'd just smile wide once more. Well, I suppose I've had my fill of you for now. When you see Graviton, tell him I said hello, dear. As his form would begin to fade.
I bid you a nice day. Perhaps one day you can be the same. Nice.
Ta-ta. As his form would just completely fade.
She's going to go and find a couch cushion, pull a pillow into her mouth and go... Because she was extremely scared throughout all that. And was basically just like using her intrigue as a cover.
Yeah.
So she's basically just like, oh, that was the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my entire life.
And the fucked up the thing is, you would know he knew. He was enjoying every second of that.
Yeah. Well, I've learned more about his feeding habits and his personality and that it's shifted. I do not know if he'll regain full aspects of his personality when they reform, and if the personality aspect will be weaker after being reformed. What I do know is that Firewall will be able to kill the same motherfucker over and over again. That's a positive.
That is a very fair point, yes. So, do you kind of gather any sort of memorabilia here and there that you can kind of scrounge together into your bag and kind of just hoof it back to the palace, or?
Yes. I'm going to, as I said, look for at least for one book and one item/weapon. I will not be taking the most prized sword, however, because that is untouchable in her eyes.
Yeah, I'd say you'd find what essentially is this sort of photo on the what is essentially the sort of hearth itself. Above it, just this photo that instead of having any sort of normal sort of metal framing, it's this almost intertwined and woven wood styling of a frame, holding true to the Eternal Forest. It's of you, North, and your mother. Kind of, if as far as you can recollect with it, at your first ever sort of archaeological site.
I'm sorry, what? Can you repeat that last 5 seconds?
It's a photo of you, Polaris' mother, and North at what is, as far as you can deduce from where this was taken or remember where it was from when your first archaeological site dig.
Oh God, I was so amateurish back then. Oh God. You could see the pick's too large. It looks like a mining pick rather than an archaeological pick. Oh no. She's just. Oh, okay.
As for a book, let me think. Is it anything in particular, book styling wise, you're looking for?
No, just anything that sticks out. It could be magic. It could be a personal diary. Not diary, because he would feel embarrassed touching that. It could be. It would be either like. It could be like tacticians, like her personal biography on like her battle stylings. It could be literally anything, so long as it was interesting and it was,
Yeah, I would say you would find a almost sort of black leather book with these gold sort of accents on the spine. The title reading, "The First Outcast," and you'd see the author is a self-authoring. It's one of her books.
Oh wow. God, I need to get back to getting mine published. And then just taking the book and having a... How thick is it? Is it like a relatively thin read or a thick bind?
It's a bit bigger than a normal self-autobiography.
Okay. I will put that in my bag for safekeeping. I will give it a read when we're in the when I'm not the one driving. And then I'm going to take a look at the photo and turn around the frame to see if they wrote anything on the back, to see if there was a message that they wanted.
I would say, as you turn the frame, you would see almost this sort of... I guess the best way to put it would be this sort of like, at the back part of the frame, the wood is kind of darkened a bit to kind of create their own letterings. As it's written in there, the whole cosmos shines upon us.
Ah, love you too. I'll put the photo back. That doesn't need to be taken here. We do need to go for another family outing, though. God, where would Dad want to go? We keep on going when... Oh, I want to go. Grandma wants to go. She then just looks around, scurrying now for a weapon of some sort or an item. She's basically just getting on all fours now at this point, going like, looking around because she feels really embarrassed now, even though no one can see her.
I
She's
would
just
say, even with as hard as you look, you can't find a single weapon here besides her prized sword, which sits in this almost sort of frozen in time museum-esque case. A sort of testament to a bygone era.
I'll make you proud, Graham. I'll make you proud. I know you're already goddamn proud, but you know what I mean. And then she just gets the key out, fumbles with it for a couple seconds, opens the door, close the door, lock the door, determines whether to place the key back down. Keep key. Nobody else will come in. There's her mother, if needs be, would probably have an on-hand spare key anyway, so yeah.
All right.
And then I just
as you're exiting these sort of apartment, you see the sort of steady flickering on of streetlights and just these sort of building lights that are attached to most of these sort of diplomatic apartment buildings. The sort of porch lights coming on in this sort of synchronized wave of light, kind of pushing down towards you as the one you're standing at finally snaps onto life. The sort of radiant yellow glow, just kind of casting a bright kind of overglow on the patio.
Ooh. I'll have a look around, see if there's anything like aesthetically quite interesting. I wish there was a camera. Are cameras a thing in this? Or
Yeah, cameras
are
a thing. Yeah, because they still have the news programs and everything broadcasting.
Okay.
So.
Right. She's probably going to look into getting like a camera of some sort.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, I guess I'll just have a look around, see if there's anything that sticks out as being interesting. Just a nice look at like I don't know, like a flower arrangement or like.
I would say as you begin to walk down the stoop and back down the sidewalk, you accidentally take a wrong turn down an alleyway, but the way you end up past a couple of the apartment buildings, you come across this large statue. It's odd. You see the Fell brothers, yes, but you see almost this sort of ragtag banded crew behind them and with them. A gunslinger-like elf, a bee-like insect person, and then a couple others standing in this almost sort of unison of squad camaraderie. Would you go to read any of these sort of inscriptions that are on any of the plaques?
She would read all of them because she's a goddamn fucking nerd.
You would see inscribed on the gold plating, "To our friends who are realms across from us, who we fought with, who we bled with, who we cried for and wept with. We are one and the same. We want what is best. We had to leave when the time was correct. We leave the rebuilding of your world to you. But when all is said and done, we know you've made the right choice. We hope you believe in us enough to make the right choice too. We know you won't read this. We know you can't read this. But our heart always lives on with the fact that Silva's grace, or the party of Silver Dawn has saved Cosvia and everyone possible in our time together. May the light shine upon you all.
Oh. I guess that's where they went to.
Ba-da-da-da.
I should get ice cream for other guys. I just realized I've only had ice cream for myself. But I don't know their orders. I should ask them. She's gonna put her glasses. She's gonna like push up her glasses on her nose, just like, okay, time to get back to the group. Taxi.
You're not that far. You're just a couple blocks away from the palace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the proximity between like the sort of the diplomat apartments and the actual palace itself isn't actually that far at all. It's you walk past the sort of town center, the city center, and into this sort of large sort of diplomat housing. It's the same way, really. So.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just go back and see if I can meet up with everyone.
All right. I will say the time-wise, it is about 10 p.m. ish. It's drawing ever closer to midnight. Would you all be willing to meet in the sort of dormitory area?
Yeah.
All right. So, Sanji, as you press open the doorway into the this sort of diplomatic dormitory, you see. Well, I'll go ahead and let them explain. So, Chris, what does Polaris see?
They're back at the. I'm sorry, I spaced that for a second.
Yes, everyone is back in the diplomatic dormitory that is in the palace.
He kind of has the bag. He's walking up to Polaris, whatever door she's in, or if she's out and about. He's gonna walk up to Polaris. I got all the potions.
Oh, what do you mean, all the potions?
Some haste stuff, some healing, some speed potions.
What's the difference between haste and speed?
Some minor stuff. But it's some stims and healing potions, essentially.
Okay.
As he is going to give her the goodie bag, and he's gonna he's already taken out the ritual kit, and kind of has it in his other hand. Now, if you excuse me, I have things to accomplish. He's gonna go to whatever room he's staying in.
Okay. I'm just gonna look over at them as they leave and just go, well, okay. Just take the bag of potions and put it in the other bag.
I will also say, for explanation's sake, the stimulant is an inhaler. It's the best way to kind of describe it is like jet. In sort of housing style, it is like a jet style inhaler from Fallout.
Oh, okay. Just to ask, is this bag of potions a bag of holding bag of potions, or is it just a
No, it is quite literally just like a militaristic styled gift bag, oddly enough.
Okay, that's good. And then I'll put the bag inside the bag.
Alright.
And then I'll just get into my room and start doing some reading and then go to bed and sleepy.
Alright, Sawyer, are you doing anything before you go to bed?
That is a good question. Nah. Just giving myself a once Passover, I guess, before I power down.
I have things to do.
Slayer, give me a perception check real quick.
Oh. Okay. Can I get advantage because I am a machine?
This is not for looking over yourself. I will go ahead and say that.
Oh. Okay. 21.
You'd feel a slight kind of weight on your shoulder for a second. So, you got this? You see like this very familiar neon furred tint on sitting next to you or on top of your shoulder.
Ah. You've come to visit me.
Well, I mean, you are one of my favorite disciples after all, so it's only fair.
Why, thank you. Your appraisal means much.
He'd pat you on the back even as he's sitting on your shoulder. You'd feel this sort of electric sort of tingle, almost like if you were flesh and bone. It would feel sort of heartwarming. So, I guess when the time comes, you'll be heading off into another realm?
It would seem so.
Listen, they know what they did wrong. I'm not gonna stay mad at you guys for eternity. I'm better than that. Like I said, I just wish it was me that pulled the trigger and all. When
Of course.
I want to do what's needed to help, of course. It's hard to talk to any of them knowing that they didn't think of you as my kid.
I see.
Listen, when
Well, that
you
means much.
when you go off into the other realms, if you see anything that seems like you, protect them, alright? I'd like to kind of
Understood.
give them a once-over and, see if I can't try and protect them too.
At your request, I shall not fail you.
He give this almost like really soft, sort of very, very paternal smile. Alright, bud. Get some rest. As he disappears in a puff of neon smoke.
How nice. Relic will power down the sense of pride.
Alright. Which Chris or Sanju, which of you two would like to go first?
I've gone a lot, so
Okay, Chris.
not me.
I can guess. I can go.
Yeah.
So he gets to his room. He starts to take off his armor, put it on the bed in a nice, neat fashion. He takes whatever supplies he can. He draws out the Hellbreaker symbol
Mhm.
that is just the Phobos symbol that's on his chest and
Yeah.
on his and then is on his armor onto the floor, where he makes a circle of candles on the shape, lights them. He takes his the helm of the dread helm that he has, sets it across from him, still inside the circle, but just across from him. He kind of sits down with his sword on his knees in a crisscross applesauce position as he kind of just starts to pray, trying his best to both meditate and pray.
You would meditate, remaining silent yourself in only the sort of shallowest of breaths for 5 minutes. As you realize after that 5 minutes, you can only hear yourself. As if you were to open your eyes, you are completely surrounded by this sort of large red and brass and black throne room. A large figure set ahead of you.
Also, forgot to mention, doesn't have a shirt on, just to make it as close to.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured you were mentioning the tattoos and all, so.
Yeah. Lord Phobos, Is he's gonna strike? Like, he's not gonna move. He's just gonna look around.
Child of the rebel. There is an event. Excuse me, 1 second. There is a crossroads you are to pass. Do you believe you are ready?
I hope so. I think so. Depends on the crossroad, but I think, along with my friends, I can at least survive it.
Where you are soon to be going, your past will become future, your unknown will become known, and your present will become crisis. Take heed of your father's messages and my teachings. You are stalwart. You are a rebel, and you will survive, once and always.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord Forbus. I do have a question. Well, two, kind of.
Speak then.
Where is my mother? I spoke to the other gods of this realm, and the Crow Mother hasn't taken her, so she's alive. And yet my father has never spoken to me of her, and he has essentially made it seem like she's dead, but she's not.
Where you are to go soon. Seek the one known as the Soul of Rebellion.
Soul of Rebellion.
One of my chosen. You would not know of them. Not in current form. Not in current mind or memory. Something of the past to speak to you. Something of your future to show you. Someone who has lost everything that once had it all.
Okay. Second question. I'm sorry, but it's been bugging with me as of recently.
He'd raise his left hand ever so slightly just to kind of urge you to continue.
It's ever since essentially dying with from Necros and my other actions. It's been bugging me.
Then speak your mind.
How can I make you and my father proud?
Your tenacity, your unwillingness to bend the knee. You do him proud as you do me. You are no warrior to bend the knee to a king. You are a rebel to fight for a cause, to fight for a people, and to fight for a land you don't even remember, or even know of. You are a child of the Sanguine Lands. Whether you were born there or not, the essence of that land flows through you, from genetics to blood, to your hatred for those willing to enslave another. You may not have been born there. You may not know what it looks like. But I assure you, you hold every aspect of its essence within your heart and within your strength. Now show me your conviction.
Yes, my lord. Thank you.
Rest well, child of war.
He's gonna kind of
bow. Bring new conflict. As the sort of visage around you would fade, as you realize that you, in this deep meditative pose, you hadn't even opened your eyes, as that was all within your mind's eye. As you finally opened your actual eyes to see the candles blown out, the actual wax on them unmelted, as if they had never been burning to begin with.
Fucking hell. Rebels Grace? Is that what he said?
No, Soul of Rebellion.
Soul of Rebellion. Is that what the person he called Soul of Rebellion?
Yep.
I don't know why I said Rebels Grace. No, that's what the chroma is called. I'm sorry. Or Rebels Peace, but still. My brain is fucked.
You're good.
Soul of Rebellion. Alright. Yeah. As he's gonna start kind of cleaning up after himself. He doesn't want to leave this room a mess as he gets ready for bed.
All right, yeah. It takes maybe like 3 minutes. You notice pretty much that you were correct in your assumption and observation that the candles weren't burned whatsoever. It's as if it was purely based off the ritual in a sort of spiritual manner. Their physical form was unharmed. Now on to you, Sanji.
Yes.
You said you would be reading the book, correct?
Yes. And then going to Betty Buys by, like, I don't know, cuddling up with a duck plushie.
Fair enough. Would you like any sort of insight into what this book is about? Just kind of layman's terms in a sense?
I would think by reading a book you understand the book, yes.
Well, yes, I'm just saying is in the kind of gist behind why she would have wrote this. It's an
Oh, the reasoning.
Yeah.
That would be an insight check, wouldn't it? Or unless they wrote specifically in the book the reason.
Well, because I did say it is an autobiography, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to know. Yeah.
This book, it's essentially an autobiography of almost every sort of pivotal moment within North's life, from birth to choosing why and how she fights. She fights with this sort of oddity of physicality and magical essence versus one or the other, alongside the fact that these sort of practice then of blood magic and blood hunter styled magic and tactic usings was not necessarily heavily frowned upon, but more along the lines shunned as a sort of outcast. It was a problem of not necessarily bending the knee to using only magic, only using what was given to you in a innate sense of power, of lineage, of race. Your grandmother essentially lays out the aspect itself of pushing past the norms and going outside of any perceived lines to do what she felt was right, to fight for what she believed in, to want to be better than some mere classification.
I'm gonna just read into that a bit more. Like, I'd really think that for a society that was formed around, well, her existence to begin with, be a lot more accepting of that. I mean, the base of the Eternal Forest is rotted. Or does that just mean that? I'm going to need to check if the old fogies are stupid.
I mean, you could always make a sort of insight check there if you want to kind of make your own sort of inference just off what you have now, if you would like.
Yeah, that's a 19, which is pretty good.
You're willing to hedge any sort of bets on this being a sort of evolution in sort of mindfulness and thoughtfulness on a sort of racial scale. Things always weren't going to be for the better, but they certainly weren't going to be for the worst. But there were certain things that you can bet your goddamn money on that were needing to change, and they evolved past and changed into something better. Became what most people would accrue to as positivity instead of being mired within stagnation.
So, times have changed, but perhaps there are a couple old fogies that are still operating in the council that may need to have their positions expunged. I don't know. Maybe I should become a teacher? Oh God! She then grabs her chest. Me, with teaching students, there'd be so many of them. They'd be looking to me for answers, and I have to provide them in a way that met every single need and expertise and question. Then she just no. She then puts the book to the side, goes to see if she can request some milk and cookies, because she's still fucking childish as all hell, and then goes to bed and sleeps. Because she put a terrifying thought in her own head.
I mean, if anything, you could probably just. It's not too terribly late as to walk to the sort of small, coming into the dormitory area itself with the diplomats. Yes, each room is separate, but in the main sort of chamber you walk in, every room is connected to it at a portion right across from each other, and they're their own sort of. It's their own sort of kitchen within the back of the actual sort of connector itself. So you're able to walk there, grab a couple packets of cookies, grab some milk, and then retreat back to your room.
Yeah. Again, Polaris, for all of her intelligence, is also incredibly childish.
Yeah.
And scared. So she's just gonna do that. Hug the duck plushie and go to sleep, trying to not focus on the idea of teaching people because she somehow made herself scared.
All right. Yeah, I'd say pretty much as you go to sleep, everyone else is pretty much zonked out. Excuse me. Sorry, yawn. As you kind of hug the small plushie, you are looking out of the window to see the moon fully rising. It's this sort of light blue tint. If you would like to make a nature check, you can go ahead.
Is that referring to me?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I don't think Slayer I don't think Vulcan are hugging duck plushies.
No.
18.
18. Yeah, you can tell with this 18 that this is the winter solstice moon. If most people thought that the first freeze and snow of the winter months was the actual start, this in scientific terms is the true start. The cold is here, and it is going to be here to stay for a good while.
Okay. So it's gonna get. So the Eternal Forest is gonna get a bit colder. That's in the north, and the Oh wait. Okay. So because we have seasons, that means the planet is tilted at an axis. That requires that there be a northern and southern hemisphere. Is Justicia located near the equator or near the
Right above it.
and is
Right
it in the north? Just above the equator.
Yep.
So in the northern hemisphere. Fully.
Yeah, so the best way to think about it is think of Justicia as a sort of North America. Think of Beastkin territory as in the south by the hub and Ashland Sands as a sort of South America / mix of Australia in a sense of with the sort of desert esque styling. And then obviously you have your taiga and Antarctic regions, the Eternal Forest, and then Outcast Helm.
Julio. Whew. Well, that means it's going to get really cold then. Best pack sweaters.
I would say, yeah, as you kind of all drift off to sleep, you... Obviously, Slayer is awake first, kind of by timing hours, for rest. But as the first person to truly be awoken is Vulcan. You'd hear a light sort of thumping on your bedroom door.
Fucking hell. He's not even gonna get dressed yet. He's just in fucking shorts as he's gonna get up and like open his door. Yes.
You'd see Mana standing there with a piece of paper. Hey.
Oh, Lord.
Here. As he'd hand over the paper.
What's it say?
It is a small piece of paper reading from Obsidious Blackheart. My son, I am to return to our push forward. I'm sorry I could not be there for where you are to go, but know that you take my blessing, and know that what I feel is there. It has the potential to change you entirely. I can hardly even believe that it could be there, and yet here I am giving this to you in writing. I know you were hoping to spend more time with me. I was hoping to spend more time with you, but me and my retinue have found a potential push point against the Fel. And in the current endeavors, that will make your life a lot easier in the long run. Until we meet again, over the carcasses of our enemies and the destruction of the Fel. Your loving father, Obsidious Blackheart.
He's gonna take the paper, fold it, put it in his pocket. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's not your fault. But there's some things that but according to this, and according to, as he's gonna kind of look to the still probably chalked out symbol on the floor. According to that letter, and according to Phobos, there's some shit in the next place that they're kind of important.
Well, you know I'm not gonna stand in your way, of course. I mean, shit. We are technically brothers, after all. Chances are you'll be going in pretty much directly into the Shadowlands and out the other side, and through the other side immediately. We were able to get a good military presence going. We've actually been helping Firewall pretty much rebuild and excavate that which was almost siphoned whole into the ground.
That's wonderful.
I would agree. We haven't actually had contact with him for a couple days, though. Some of our scouts and kind of watchmen have said he went through the portal already, leading into the next place. I don't know why. I mean, unless there's something that he feels is needed, or...
Fuck, I think I know why.
Care to elaborate?
Well, if I had to make a bet, there's one other aspect of Zenith, very much like Firewall himself, that Firewall likes and enjoys and seems to think he would be able to have join us.
Okay.
His name's Radium. And he told us, whenever we went to go whenever we went to go see or fight radium, he would feel it and know when to be there so he could stop it. If I had to make a bet, he's going through that portal because he can feel radium.
Interesting. All right. Well, in that case,
I mean that's the only reason I can see
No,
that he would go.
I fully understand. All right, when you're on the other side and you have things sort of clear, as per usual, you won't be dropped into the middle of combat. But we don't know, obviously, what lies on the other end. Either populace, military force, so on and so forth. Same as before. Kind
Beautiful.
of scout your way forward if need be. Kind of covertly work your way around. If the locals are friendly, of course, and they don't look and don't seem corrupted in any sense of ratting you out to the nearest cult leader or whatever, then make contact, of course, and hopefully by the time you make contact with us again, you'll already be done there and we'll be able to come through and reinforce. But should the need arise and something truly go horribly wrong, we'll have guards posted on the other side in the Shadowlands, and we'll try and get another portal built up so we can get some mechanized forces through.
Essentially, fuck shit up, and if shit gets fucked up, then that's not from us. You'll be there.
Essentially. Like I said, I'm not abandoning you, brother. As he punches you in the shoulder and walks away.
All right. Or he's gonna say, "Oi, Mana, before you leave,
Yes.
make sure when we get back, my fucking trophies from Kairos are either ready or in the process of getting ready. Because I want to.
The horns. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I already gave him I gave him one of our preservationists. I'm pretty sure he's ready to dip them. Is there any sort of special sort of, I guess, holder you want them in? Essentially, resin, gold.
A darker substance, because he's gonna pull out the dread helm. I would like to put him on this.
Fair enough, I suppose. However, I don't think they quite fit you with the crystals that are on them, of course, but...
I mean, fair.
I think they would look fetching as a mantelpiece. That is just my opinion, after all.
True. However, I do think it'd be really funny, really funny, or intimidating to be wearing the horns of your enemy.
Very well. Fair enough. I'll see to having them decrystallized, and
thank you, sir.
Hopefully, upon your return, I'll have them at the ready.
Thank you. As he's gonna getting dressed, putting his armor on.
As Man is going to walk out, he'll give a soft tap with like the side of his fist on both Polaris and Slayer and Relic Store, and just kind of walk out.
Nice.
Oh, wait. As Mana would kind of walk back in for a second. Let's see, what was the thing I was supposed to give her? Here we go. Would Polaris have woken up at the first kind of knocking?
Is she a deep sleeper or not deep sleeper?
I mean, as of current with the horrors you've been facing, I'd say probably light.
Yeah, probably a light sleeper at this point. You'd then just probably hear hello?
You just hear him call out, It's Mana. Open the door.
Looks down, looks to go get clothes that don't stink. Be with you in a second.
Very well.
Scrambles to get dressed appropriately. Freshens up, does teeth. Styles her hair, and by styles her hair I mean just splashes water in it and uses a comb for a couple seconds, and then runs over to the door and just opens it up. Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Your friend Vulcan has to inform you on some things, but I have a letter for you. I almost forgot to deliver it because I was delivering Vulcan some news. Here, as he'd hand out a almost sort of green floral envelope.
Ooh. I take the letter and then I say, I saw the statue of your extraplanar cohorts.
He'd give a soft chuckle. It was only fair to remember them in memory. Had a couple of our head mages and seers kind of work on our memory to make sure it was as close as possible.
Oh, okay. I like all. They seem nice. Why was one of them looking akin to I guess a cowboy would be the term?
Yeah, that's it. He was a gunslinger, oddly enough. Sheriff, if I recollect correctly. A very rowdy one, but in the end, he got the job done.
Okay. I would inquire into more of your adventures, but we're currently doing a lot of adventures of our own.
Of course. Some other time then, of course.
The second all of this stuff is over, or we at least have some vacation time, I'd love to chat about it.
By all means.
And then just have a look at the letter. I'll get to them as soon as I finish reading this. I just open up. Who's it from?
Venus.
Opens up.
You would see in the green envelope kind of open up ever so softly, this almost sort of yellowish parchment written on. Did you say Venus was I'm guessing, yeah, Venus is a woman, correct?
Yes, they are.
Dear Polaris, it has been a while. It has been a while, of course. A lot of sort of interactions have occurred in the Eternal Forest, including the explosion, of course. Not to mention the Death Corps and let's just say Necros's military moving in ever so lightly as a guard force, so to speak. Some of the things around here are still being cleared debris-wise and just overall wreckage. A lot of us are safe. They didn't breach Voidholm and they didn't breach the capital. We were able to hold that well. I don't know of the others, but you'll have to tell me when you arrive, I hope. So as for the time being, the simulation dungeon is currently inoperable right now, with the sort of imbalance of wildlife around. The normal energies that would kind of help sustain it are they're wacky as a current. So hopefully when you do next visit, we'll be able to hopefully come to some sort of conclusion to at least get it partially working. Until we meet again, your friend and your lovely tenant, Venus.
She kisses the letter and puts it in her bag. I miss you, Venus. I need to see you soon. And then, just collects all of her things and goes ready to face the day. And by ready to face the day, she tries to hide away from everyone else because she wants to try and keep all of her courage for what's obviously probably going to be a mission. So she does not want to interact with much more people than she has to.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Chris, would you, assuming everyone walks out, of course, would you go ahead and kind of inform them?
He's gonna get his helmet situated on his hip. Well, friends, what Mana said, we're going on another adventure into a different realm.
Oh, okay. So first we need to traverse to Firewall's plane, and then the next plane after that?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. And according to, as he's gonna pull up the note, according to this letter from my dad and the ritual I did to contact Phobos last night, there's some stuff waiting for us. Some important stuff we need to find. The, Soul of Rebellion, right?
Yes.
The Soul of Rebellion is apparently a person that we have to find, and he's gonna read back over the note. What is it? What does it mention about something being there again?
It is mentioning of Firewall going through the portal, the Watchmen kind of having relayed that info. The Soul of Rebellion, which you don't know of yet, you also have been told that your father is essentially creating a diversionary pincer-styled attack to draw as much sort of resistance away from your moving as possible.
But he's my dad says there was something in the other dimension that was important.
Well, Solar Rebellion, of course, but
like there's something, like he said something. I forgot what he said, but he said something.
Right. I'm gonna just look. Are we sure we have everyone here?
Yeah. But
Just look at the specifically Schrodinger's cat-shaped Paris. Yep, that's everyone. Do we have a time for the operation to begin? And an ETA on how long it will roughly be?
As for a starting time, it's not really a sort of thing of needing time to start, just a sort of thing of whenever you get to the other side, more than likely just begin.
Well, if that's the case, we should start running. Where's the direction? Where do we need to go? Let's get to it so that way we can get this done over and done with, and I can go hide in a corner afterwards to process the emotions that I'll probably face afterwards.
So yeah, you would rush to the elevator from before. You take the elevator down to sublevel 30. It's a little bit quicker this time, and also as you open up as the elevator opens up when you reach sublevel 30, the actual sort of room you saw beforehand when you were first kind of going through has expanded tremendously. It looks like it's leading off in multiple directions with other portals to different vehicle bays, as far as you can tell. It seems that this being attached to the sort of main logistics realm and hub to kind of move through has been working tremendously of just getting in supplies, getting in troops, getting in armor, and just kind of as the realms are opening up, kind of creating this inter-realm like footholds.
You know, I don't know why my dad didn't. I don't know why my father didn't do this with y'all sooner. Because he's gonna. Are we with the brothers yet?
They're kind of just idly chatting next to the portal.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of speak. He's just gonna kind of walk up and kind of talk to him. You know, I don't know why my dad didn't start working with y'all sooner. Because this looks impressive.
Varrock would speak first. Personal vendettas against the Feld and that rebellious spirit. We were not gonna try and steal the show away. However, we
Plus, you're standard.
However, we wouldn't be one to deny helping comrades.
And you guys have a reason to hate the fellow as much as we do, considering they sent the fucker that killed your parents. So
yes.
Well, also,
we'll be drawing as much blood from them as possible.
Wait, raise hand. Who killed Mana? And I know that he's brought back. But, who was the thing, or what was the thing that killed Mana?
The Death Cult.
Oh, that? Yes, that was one of the remnants that Necros didn't have control over. A couple undead and corrupted dryads and druids. He kind of choke up ever so lightly on kind of description as Rock would speak up. Let's just say when we came back, they were the first on the chopping block.
Okay, so that wasn't a Fel thing. Okay, just need to get confirmation. Some of my information isn't always right, so I want to be up to date. Although when it comes down to names, I'll always forget. It seems.
By all means.
Huh? Fortnite? No, I don't really play
Fortnite. All right.
Sorry.
Who will be our operational manager? I guess. Who is the person trying to? Who's the person operating the portal on the other side?
Well,
not the portal on out of this, but the portal that will take us to the next destination.
Yes, I understand. Actually, an ally you've been working with since you were in the Dragon's Maw, Commander Vox. We've been having a actually really interesting time putting the Scalebound Battalion to work here. They're actually really in a good element with this, especially when they're able to use the overwhelming amount of force we allow them to use with, weaponry and all. It seems to be a good morale booster to letting them let loose.
Come on, say with your chest. Go balls to the walls.
Fair enough.
But I don't have those.
Either way,
he's just gonna sigh. He's just gonna sigh. God damn it!
Either way, when you're beyond the hub realm, in a sense, once you enter into the Shadowlands, goddamn, excuse me. Yeah, once you enter in there, the actual sort of next portal isn't too far. We've been able to convert a lot of what was once open space and previous just rubble-bound buildings and research structures into a sort of working mini base of operations. The Fel portal is there. It's within the main sort of terminal building as well. You'll be able to discuss anything with Vox there and then proceed.
Okay. Oh, maybe we get to ride those scrap cycles again. That was cool. Those are nice.
I doubt it, actually.
Enjoyable.
They've been progressing really well since a lot of their world is healed. We've been helping them extract as much of those buried research facilities as can be.
That'd be like.
I was looking over some of the files we had as well and had reclaimed. As Varrock would point, Vulcan. You are correct in a sense, I believe, with what you were mentioning with this radium. It seems he was more of a scientific mind of a god, more akin to our Cypher than any sort of war-based god. Seems as though most of the research facilities and efforts there were under his guidance, so it makes sense Firewall would want to join back with him. It also would mean you're not looking at a fight potentially of his own accord. Potentially another one of the kin are either holding him hostage or using him for something.
Well, from what Firewall said, he would know when we meet him. And since he already went through that portal, like you said, I think he has found radium.
Most likely,
and that's why
yes.
We might also need to look out for Graviton, whatever the fuck their name was.
Gravistars.
Oh, the gravity bitch. That's her.
No. The one of the Zenith people that was controlling that has gravity manipulation power.
Graviton.
Yeah, the dude I pissed off when we were fighting Reaver, who was watching us fight Reaver, like the fucking gladiatorial match, and I pissed him off, and he fucking slammed me in dirt.
Oh.
Yeah, that fucker.
Well, that's ironic. As he had handed a piece of paper over, even outside the portal sort of radius, you've had some fluctuations of gravity. Some things have started floating, some things have started crashing down. We've essentially put the portal in an area where there's nothing around us.
Fuck. Yep, that's Graviton. If I had to make a pet, that's Graviton. Oh, he hurts. He hurts.
Internally, she's just thinking, wow, Zenith has really bad operational security. Not gonna say that.
I'm sorry. Just judging the death god, the destruction deity's fucking managerial skills.
Well.
Wow, you won an office like a nepo baby.
Well, by the way, I suppose we should let you get to work, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if get to work is the correct thing, walking to our deaths, but you know.
Okay, so if he raises gravity upwards, aim for his feet, so it aims in his chest. And if he makes gravity go downwards, aim for above his head, so it goes down. So she's just trying to figure out how she's going to have to aim her guns to work against gravity. I wonder how much control he has. Is it like she's just pondering as she's walking through the portal? Maybe that she cuts off as she's going through.
Yeah, she just disappears on the other side.
He's gonna hop, skip, and jump as he kind of like turns around and like salutes them, like kind of like dose, like put his two fingers to his forehead, dose, like salute and dip.
Yeah. So as you would kind of make your way through the logistics hub, it's a lot more heavily armed than you remember. A lot more military presence as well. You see pretty much any sort of ruins that were there beforehand have, from your father's crusade, have been cleaned, essentially either broken down and recycled into parts and sort of scrap, or incinerated as a whole to kind of raise any sort of presence of the fel that could have been there before, just purely away.
I got purged.
Yep. And then, upon walking through the portal into the Shadowlands, you were met with this just almost truly beautiful sight of just evolution or reclamation. The sun above, as you knew, it was a deep sort of harvest red. It's slowly beginning to heal the actual shape of it becoming fully solid again with some sort of lifelike glow of just this day. You would also see some of the rust red sands and ocean kind of beginning to wash over and heal again. Where the portal came out, obviously it was by the coast. So you'd see where the water is kind of lapping over, you'd see this sort of almost radiant like grass growing.
This is actually beautiful, honestly. He's gonna kind of look at Relic. You ready for this, friend? He's gonna look over to Polaris. You also ready?
I am.
Walking forward from
Flash?
the actual portal itself, or the entryway, you kind of walk through a couple trees as you once did beforehand, and you'd notice almost immediately this large sort of this concrete and rebar base of just pure military might. You can instantly tell it's purely Dragonborn style military equipment and presence. You see the icon of the Scalebound Battalion kind of just on one of the walls banners. As you begin to approach, the guards aren't looking necessarily alert, but they're not. I don't want to say not alert, but they're not expecting any sort of combat. They're probably expecting you by any means as you're to pass.
They're chill.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any ideas on if we do meet Graviton?
Hugs?
No, considering
Poison?
that might work, honestly.
Hugs laced with poison?
He's gonna kind of look over to fucking the Warforged. You know, are you immune to poison since you're not technically
Yes.
what is the word?
Biological?
Biological. Yes, there we go.
Organic? Yes.
That's organic.
I
Yes.
do have defenses against poison.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Could we go down to the weapons munition now? Well, could we lather you in poison like a paralytic and have you just bear hug them?
A metal poison dart frog.
While I am resistant, I am not immune to poison.
Well,
Okay, but we could just heal you afterwards.
Very well.
doesn't even question. Just like, all right, bet.
It's like, shit, yeah, I'm resistant to that shit. Fuck it.
It's literally just like a jackass ride or die type moment. All right, shit, I'm in.
No, fuck it, let's do it.
Well, fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
When Relic leaves a mission, he must succeed at any cost.
This fucking.
Oh. I wonder if Nimbus will be able to be. Do they react to my thought processes for now? We never did get confirmation about how we would do that. Ah, well. Off to adventure, and then when I get home, I'll probably be, I don't know, in a corner reading a book for a while so I can relax and not stress about anything. Hooray!
Fair.
Yeah, so as you are kind of walking through the Scalebound Battalion's essentially the outer gates inside, you notice a good chunk of the equipment kind of moved away from a central sort of terminal-like building. It's sealed with a couple large, almost sort of garage-esque style doors, as you see Commander Vox kind of idling nearby, looking at a clipboard, just kind of waiting.
Amanda.
Oh, there you are. All right, let's see. All right, so same drill as when you came in here. Move carefully if needed. Try and avoid detection, of course. If the locals are too spicy, put them down. Obviously, your main objective is to locate the Zenith's kin on the other side, and do what you do best there. Secondary objectives. If you can at least try and form some sort of peace with the folks there, we wouldn't be against it. Because that would make our lives easier.
Right. So basically, like last time, find any tyrants, destroy them.
Exactly.
And if we can't make peace, with the locals because they're too far gone or blah 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 blah, put them down.
Exactly.
All right.
Oh, also, guessing the brothers already told you, but the gravitational anomalies in there, you don't know how sporadic they are or how spaced out they might be. It could be just an anomaly here or there.
No, we know what it is. It's one of Zenith's kin. It's his whole thing. His name's Graviton. He controls gravity. He was here when we fought Reaver, the dictator of this place, and
well, I get that. I'm just saying that it's fluctuating. It's not like he's controlling it here. It's just like it's an aura. It's leaking. It's an aura.
It's an aura of him, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Fun.
Aura. Domain expansion. Hollow purple.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I was hoping you were going to make a JoJo's reference, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like battle aura.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to say I've never seen JoJo.
You disappoint me.
I have not seen JoJo, but I know enough about JoJo that I can tell that Araki is like on 50 drugs at any different point in time.
That is a goddamn understatement.
I've never seen. I'm not a real big anime guy, honestly.
I'm not either. I'm not either. If it shows you anything, my top 3 animes are fucking Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Z, and then fucking JoJo's.
Oh, fair. Continuing. Great. Asking this because it's always worth a shot with you. Any new, wonderful, overpowered weapons that you just kind of have?
Nope. Sorry, boys. Got strict orders not to sell to outside sources as of current. No offense.
Damn.
Not even poison.
Nope. Pretty much until we're able to get a solid foothold here. Supplies gotta last.
Sadly, I understand. It's smart. Pain in the ass, but smart.
Yeah. But all I wanted was a little bit of poison.
Yeah. Poison. Cusco's poison. Poison specifically for Cusco.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just the fucking theme music. Just
crazy.
Anyway,
Wrong lever!
Time for our little adventure at the very least.
My spinach puffs!
He's gonna look at the commander. Yeah. Our plan was, since Graviton controls metal, to lather Relic up in poison and throw him at him.
He kind of just looked back and forth between you two. I guess I can give you an A+ for creativity, but I mean that. In the end, that is one very dumb fucking idea. No offense.
I mean, we don't have a lot of options when it comes to a man who can control gravity.
I mean, fair enough, but I mean, what makes you think he's not going to notice the fucking poison?
Because some points are relatively clear, and we can just make it like we had to clean him off because he got dirt on him.
Well, I mean, the only problem is most poisons or chemicals we have is, let's just say, industrial grade, either
Oh, so,
for creating tear gas or, let's just say, sort of high-end solutions for cleaning gore and or bloodstains from the local fauna away.
ooh, ooh. You know, tear gas would be real useful.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes,
Do you have any milk? We'd need milk.
Not for us.
Oh, he needs some milk.
Here's the thing: if we throw tear gas at the guy who controls gravity, he can't see.
He'll just chuck it back at us.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he controls gravity.
I was gonna say he just chucked that shit right back at you.
That's why we distract him, then throw it.
A secondary plan I have come up with. I do contain canisters of oil on me.
Oh god.
I can douse myself. And I don't. Should things get dire.
I mean, you can just ignite me. I'm resistant to fire.
What is the?
What is this? Just the fireball fastball special?
Yes. The monk picks me up, throws me, I get turned on fire, and then I stab him with enough radiant damage to kill God.
Jesus.
I wonder how far Relic can throw. I've never thought of this.
That is a fair point, yeah.
What is your strength score?
My strength is a +4 or a +6 if I'm in combat mode.
Then yeah, you should probably be able to throw him pretty far. Carrying capacity is 15 times your ability score, not the modifier. So 15 times 10.
19 or 22. Jeez.
So 19 would affect. Yeah, 19 would be able to allow you to relatively easily lift 285 pounds.
And that's a little more, and that's a good amount more than what he weighs with all his shit.
So, and because you have 4 arms, you can get a much better purchase. You'd probably only be able to at max go from 10 feet away still, considering that's still a person. But you could probably do it.
I guess combat form, 4 arms, 330 pounds is the weight that I can carry.
I love the fact that I like the fact how we're mathing how we can throw Vulcan.
All right, boys. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm getting tired here. So let's begin to finish up, shall we? Do you go ahead and walk through the portal?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to direct everyone's attention to the Roll20.
You got it.
There. Just gotta wait for this bitch to work. Party ribbon. There we go. There's a new map.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me change the music.
Make love and listen to the music. Sorry.
So, almost instantly, as you step through the portal into this almost blindingly white, snowy wasteland, the sort of rocky cliffs nearby, kind of shivering and shining with this blue, icy light. You'd hear the roar and screaming from nearby of this almost deep guttural groaning as one of the nearby sort of rocky structures caves inward. One of the a fell what the fuck was the term I used from? I gotta find the art real quick. Hang on. Done. Where's that? Let's see here. Where's he at? Not the Fel Reaver.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
Where the fuck is that? I know it's here somewhere.
It's an oh shit moment of, God, that's...
Not there. God, I can't find the fucking... I can't find the picture. God damn it, where's that? Ah, here we go. As a Fel Guardian which some of you would recognize from the one shot, would be tossed through one of these outclinings, the ice just shattering, the form of it, the sort of pink crystalline structure within it, sputtering as it tries to twitch and get up before it just dies outright. The markings in it just described by pure gashes and cuts of some sort of large blade, as you'd see this female form kind of just duck through where that Fel Guardian landed through. Let me pull up the art real quick for you boys. As you would see, despite the sort of landscaping around you, this almost Amazonian-styled tiefling lumber out from the icy outcropping. Oh, is that all you got, you fucking bastards? Come on, then. Give me a real fight.
I'm gonna make it. He's gonna kind of look at them. I'm gonna make an assumption that is Rebellion's
Soul Rebellion.
Soul Rebellion. I'm gonna make an assumption that's her. He's gonna start kind of move.
You would see this tiefling woman with this large sort of phosphorus white tattoo of Phobos on her shoulder. Her form clad in this pitch black leather armor, a jet black great axe at her side too. Almost just, you see some of the Fel crystals from that abyssal guardian kind of almost being absorbed into it as it pulses once, and then it just kind of gains this sort of fiery aura. Oh no, who the hell are you? More fucking Outlanders?
No, I am Vulcan Blackheart, son of Obsidious Blackheart.
She'd stop suddenly. Blackheart? She'd tilt her head sort of to the side, looking at all of you kind of one at a time. Huh.
He's gonna kind of pull down his plate mail to show the tattoo.
Uh-huh. I see.
He didn't die when he was dead, so
there's a lot more to this than we'll have to discuss in a bit. Anyways.
Your Scottish just leave.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to mix it into the confusion she would be having. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to do that. Either way, I will also say, she'd call out for a second. Scary boys, put down your weapons. They're on our side, it would seem. As you would see, almost sort of camouflaged just within the snow itself, these scaly figures of just pure white and blue kind of uncloak from the snow. Very well. They are friends.
Oh, shit.
From that form.
That's cool.
And I would like to introduce you to your new homebrew race, the Silith.
Oh, cool. They look very similar to the fucking really sexy alien women from XCOM 2.
Yes, that is because I based them off the Viper King, however, because of the Arctic landscape.
Yes.
Are they venomous? They better be.
Yes, they can spit poison. They can spit poison.
Venom requires injection, so technically that's poisonous.
Yeah, true. Hang on, I will grab.
Okay.
1 second. No,
So yes and no. Do they have fangs?
Yes.
So it's venom because of the fact they can inject. So it's like a spitting. It's like a spitting cobra. They're venomous.
Okay,
yeah,
they
that's fair.
They just have the ability to.
Here is your description of what they can do. I'm still putting some stuff down, but there's what you have for now. Arctic evolution. Silius are resistant to cold damage and environmentally immune to the damage, and have advantage on saves to delay exhaustion caused by cold temperatures or environments. Venomous volley. Silius are able to spit a venom projectile up to 20 feet, dealing 3d6 poison damage. And inflicting poison damage upon hit, the target must make a dexterity save of 15 to avoid. Proficiency. Simple weapons, light and medium armor, firearms, and bows. I will also say that bow you see is one of the special weapons I've created for this sort of environment, which is going to be awesome, trust me. Silius, due to having no legs now, have learned to imbue magic properties from items such as boots of speed and move the property into cloaks, increasing their ferocity and speed.
That's cool. He's gonna kind of look at the tiefling lady. I'm gonna make an assumption you're the Soul of Rebellion, whatever. I don't know if that's a name or a title.
We've got a lot to talk about, little one. Come on. As she goes to walk, the Silius following idly behind.
Oof, it's cold.
Tends to happen.
I should have brought sweaters.
And that is where we'll end session.
No, you promised us a long session.
I want to go to fucking bed. I'll be completely honest with you. I am hitting another 24-hour period right here, and it is getting to me.
You dickhead.
That's all right. Technically, we did have a long session because we had an hour.
We did start early. Yeah. But anyways, for folks of you watching the stream and or coming through the VOD, we'll be back here on Friday with more stuff like this. And more D&D, and hopefully soon we'll be able to kind of come to an idea of community nights as well. So until Friday, I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Peace.